Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Check it out, read. Kill. Let's keep going. Kill.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Second and 5.
53, Mike, 53. Come on. 53 to Mike, 53. Check it out.
Now Tannehill trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Titans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Check.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check three. Switch.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me. Check. Check. 53's mine. On. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Maybe a free play here for Tannehill.
Rush in.
They set up the screen for Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
53's the mark. 53.
Here's Tannehill. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14, Titans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10.
Check, 53's Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Alert. Hey. Alert 3.
Draw play. This is Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and
5. 53. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. It's coming this way.
Now it's Tannehill. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He'll dump this underneath for Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 21-0.
21. Titans, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Block. Check 99. Check 99. Deep. Check 31. Out. Triple left. Switch. Jump. Play. Check nickel. Sponge.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Second down, they go again with Henry. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Don't say nothing. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here's Tannehill. Thomas brings it in. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Tight down. There you go. Hey. Check 45 the mic.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking in zone for Jones. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again is Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Tannehill. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Alert. 3 down. Quick. Yo, triple left.
Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Bud Dupree able to get in there and drop him behind the line. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. His first career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Hey, defense, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here's Tannehill. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return is Hines. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him now to this point.
At the 21-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. First throw now for the backup Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Brady now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Brady. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Brady throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Brady. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. 30. 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Hip, hip, hip.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw is Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Let's take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
To throw is Brady. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Brady now to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
That catch good for only a couple. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
2nd and 8 coming up. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Pass midfield. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
At the Titans' 38-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Right there.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
All day, defense. All day.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Go, go.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Hey, 66.
Right back to him on 1st down. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Hey, 29. Alpha. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Alpha. 55 Mike, guys. 55. Alpha.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts just continue to pour it on.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grover Stewart able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get ready. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Shit. Go, deep. Check safety. Slam.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Keep it up. Check deep. Check 13. Check 37. Hip. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now Tannehill. Jones has it. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Quick dash. Go. Check big block. He's coming. Double up. Go, deep. Deuce. Check the backer. Jam. Motion.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hatchet. Check 20. Right.
Tannehill on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamental.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Brady to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Alabama.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, Brady. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
On 2nd and 10. Tannehill, flush to his right. He dumps it off for Henry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now it's Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now. for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Colts 46-yard line.
SOS. Check 3. There you go, Tiger. Hey.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Tannehill. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Hey, pick your game up. Mike 5-5.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And some room to maneuver. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will swell by one more.
62-7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
That's caught, and he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down and 8. Again, it's Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 21-yard line. 201 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
First down, Indianapolis.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they will take a knee here. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, Not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Quick. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
54. Army. Hey, ball 66.
Brady going to look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.